Hi everyone, David Smock here, and it's been a while since I've recorded a video, but I kind of got this idea and I wanted to explain it. There are so many times when I'm on coin forums and people post coins that look similar to, but not exactly like what they're looking for. One of the classic examples is the 1969 double die Alvarez Lincoln Cent, the 69S. Now, what does this have to do with Elvis? Well, on the left, we have the real Elvis Presley. I'm a big Elvis Presley fan. On the right, we have one of the best Elvis tribute artists in the business. He's a Cody Slaughter. He's a good friend of mine, and he's absolutely amazing. Now, you notice he looks very, 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 very much like Elvis. But you can tell the difference, right? You can tell that's not Elvis. It's real close, but he's not Elvis. And this is the same principle. On the left this time, we have mechanical doubling on a 1969S that, to the novice, looks really similar to the 1969S doubled die obverse. The difference is, if you'll notice, look really closely, there's wider spread, and there is, on the legitimate one, there's wider spread, and there is also no doubling on the mint mark, and that's because the mint marks were punched into the dies by hand. So the doubling on the date had already occurred. There's not going to be any doubling on the mint mark. Now, that is not to say that you can't have a doubled die and an RPM, but notice that on the mechanical doubling over here, the doubling is that same flat shelf-like appearance and in the same direction exactly. You'll notice that the digits are also thinned out. Just because a coin has markings that are similar does not mean that it's what you're looking for. It has to be exactly the same. Almost doesn't count as far as this goes. Now, as coins wear, they'll start to look a little bit different, but one of the things you'll find is the doubling doesn't go away, it just flattens one. I made an illustration. This is actually through a 3D program called SketchUp. I wanted to show you, this is what happens when a coin is worn down. In the first image, this is what the doubling looks like. Now, as the coin wears down, notice you still have the doubling. It's just that the lines get mushed together or smushed together or whatever adjective you want to use. And so it still looks exactly the same minus the wear lines. So many people like to look at things like die cracks and diagnostics like that to verify a doubled die or an RPM, etc., without looking for or at the RPM or doubled die, and that's not how it works. A lot of coins, because the process is consistent, will wear down in the same way and the dies will break in the same way. So you will have often similar die cracks and die chips. That does not mean that just because you get a die chip that looks similar to a die chip that's from a doubled die, that it's the doubled die. It may look similar, but it's not the same. You have to look for that doubling, and it has to be exactly the same. It can't be any different. The only thing you will see, like I said, is maybe some wear, and as that coin wears down, the lines will get smushed, but that doubling still remains. I hope this clears up, and I hope my analogy helps you a little bit. Think of, like I said, the Elvis, and then my friend Cody. Looks really close, but not exact. It has to be exact. So keep that in mind when you're hunting for double dies and RPMs and the various other varieties in your coin roll hunting. And happy hunting. Thanks. Bye.